Hello, everybody. I hope you are all doing well today. I am nervous. It is showtime. Showtime is right now. As DC fandom is going on this week, they have revealed a brand new trailer for the next Batman video game, or at least Batman based. Let's take a look here. Without further ado, let's look at the new trailer for the next Batman video game, Batman Gotham Knights, official world premiere trailer. As I pause it here. 3, 2,
1. In breaking news, we've received reports of an explosion somewhere north of the city.
We're still waiting for the police to confirm if there are any victims. The story's evolving rapidly. Please bear with us.
We heard this really loud boom. There was smoke. Emergency services have confirmed that they've discovered a body buried in the wreckage. We're still waiting for further details.
Emergency vehicles are that a large portion of the building has actually collapsed.
International news: an explosion rocked Gotham City earlier today.
We're now able to confirm that billionaire philanthropist Bruce Wayne is
If you're watching this, I'm dead. This is a code black. This message was automatically triggered when I destroyed the cave and everything it contained. We both know it won't take long for Gotham's criminals to realize the Batman is gone. And you can't count on the GCPD. Haven't trusted us since Jim died. Gotham will need its protectors more than ever. I'm leaving you the Belfry to Space of Operations. Some of the technology is outdated, but it has the gear you need and all of my files. You've always had my back when I needed you. I know you'll keep Gotham safe. Good luck. And goodbye.
No one talks about them. Not a whisper word is said. squash them, then the town strikes you dead.
All right. Yeah. Well, that was not what I was that was not what I was thinking when I was gonna get a new Batman game.
So this is my first.
Yeah, it's going again. As I was watching it, there were some things I liked about it, definitely. I mean, I liked the Batman part of it. I liked that I felt like I was back at least in the Arkham Knight world, back where we left off, the Batman world. But I don't know, man. It's just a couple things in there that I wasn't too keen on. I didn't really. I don't know. That was interesting. The mixed bag there. I thought it would be not a mixed bag at all. I thought it would be really good. And there were times where it was really good. Like, I want to see Dick Grayson and Robin. I want to see these descendants of Batman have their time to shine as the main heroes. But you know what it felt like? You know what it felt like toward the middle of it? It felt like a typical like Watch Dogs game or something. It felt like felt like it was some different video game that wasn't in the Batman universe. I don't really know how I feel about that because yeah, it was when you played Batman, you knew it was Batman, you know. So I don't know. It's interesting. And the Court of Owls reveal was there. You knew that. You kind of figured it was coming, but the announcement of it is pretty cool. So it looks like they're going to be the main villains in this game. Man, I don't know. I'm very excited to see these new heroes for Batman get a chance of being the stars in a video game. But you know, I don't know. It just felt very. The whole presentation of it felt like a corporation saying anybody could be a superhero. You know, it just felt like it felt very customizing and stuff. And Batman's not a customizing thing. It's Batman, and the Batman world is the Batman's world, and that's it. And I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't really like the feel of it, of how they're. I just don't like it. Like I don't know. It didn't feel there was a lot that felt at first like the Batman video games, but then in the beginning it really did, or in the middle it really felt like they were diving into something else that I don't know. It felt like felt more preteenish. I don't know. It's weird. It's a vibe that I'm not really into, at least right now. So I guess I'll need to grow into it more. You know, this idea of Batman being dead. Well, then, if Batman's dead, then I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't call it Batman Gotham Knights. A little misleading, don't you think? Since Batman is dead. So, yeah, there you go. Let's look at the gameplay trailer, though. I have more to say. I'm just holding it in. I just don't like it. It just feels like any tween could be a superhero. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the idea of Batman being a man being a man that kicks some ass, and it's an exclusive club. Batman doesn't want any kids being around him, and he's brutal. And that's what Batman is. But at the same time, those games definitely had that. But at the same time, the previous games had obviously the iconic '90s stuff from Batman too. So definitely a new direction that I'm into, but I just I'm not fully into it yet. But so, with that being said, let's get into this gameplay reveal.
Hey, bro, I'm here.
This next video has 7 minutes of gameplay for Batman Gotham Knights, and it looks like Mr. Freeze, who is in the trailer, is going to be in this gameplay feature. So, without further ado, let's take a look at that.
People frozen here. Need paramedics, ASAP. Units, shootout in progress at Elliott Center.
Multiple options. Too many. We can't respond to them all. Where the hell is our backup?
Hi, I'm Patrick Redding, Creative Director on Gotham Knights. On behalf of the whole team at WB Games
you're gonna ride the bike.
I'm really honored to give you a quick look at our gameplay.
Elliott Center is covered in ice. Whatever's causing this is localized at the top.
We're going to look at a short clip from one of Gotham Knight's villain crimes in a pre-alpha build. This mission is halfway through the Mr. Freeze storyline, and we're playing Batgirl a dozen or so hours into her character progression.
How big is this game?
All units at Elliott Center. Air support inbound. Hostiles opening fire on upper floors. Air support, can you do a fly around?
Freeze has recently returned to Gotham with a mysterious agenda that involves manipulating the weather to flash freeze the city.
No shit.
An important goal for Gotham Knights was that players can play all of the game, either solo or in two-player co-op.
He'll get
Robin's learned how to access the Justice League satellite for short-range teleportation. While Batgirl has mastered some more familiar techniques.
I thought Batgirl was in a wheelchair.
And developed a few new ones of her own.
Here. Heard you're down there having some fun.
Fun's one word for it.
Just a heads up, the chopper's under orders to fire on anything that moves inside.
Gotham City Police, drop your weapons or we will open fire. Returning fire. The storm is getting worse. Need to hurry and find a way inside Elliott Center.
The GCPD chopper made that part easy.
I thought Alfred was dead. What's going on? Clearly, Alfred is not dead.
This doesn't look up to code.
Boy, they're really changing the Batman look of the game, right? It's definitely evolving.
Whoa!
Shit. It's cool. It's definitely a story. It's definitely cool.
If anyone asks, I meant to do that.
I won't say a word.
Tours were still going on when Freeze came through.
Those poor people. They didn't stand a chance.
Gotham Knights is built to let players approach each challenge with their preferred style and their preferred build.
Feels a lot like new games are incorporating into this.
It'll only take a second.
precision.
This is what music is this for Batman?
Dad, you're it.
It's not a Batman game. It's their game. It's Batgirl's game. It's Robin's game. It's a different generation game. So you're gonna have different music. Nice.
Not the safest time to take the elevator.
You'd rather take the stairs?
These cables on the floor. Guaranteed they lead to free.
Damn, free spot this place up.
Now free. Status.
Countless dead, and the temperature's still falling.
We need to stop this. Now.
Maybe this is a different world. Batman was dead from something else that wasn't Arkham Knight.
You see the weather machine. Ready with the disruptor.
That thing's drawing so much power.
It can't be by itself. Somebody must be guarding it. Fuck, it's almost done. It's the video, I mean.
Field disruptors in place. It's charging.
Get away from my storm engine.
Is that what you're calling it? You don't want to be on the roof when this disruptor goes off. Trust me.
Irrelevant. I already have what I need.
I never like the all-white eyes. It just comes off as... It's not real.
Storm has risen over Gotham. Nothing can stop it.
See about that.
You cannot run from me!
It seems more cartoonish
Important element
looking.
of Gotham Knights is that as the player increases in power and ability, their foes keep pace. So confronting a villain like Mr. Freeze can be a very different proposition at level 5 or at level 15. And not just in terms of stats, but in the kinds of attacks and defenses they bring to bear. And that was just a short peek at Gotham Knights. We're going to have more to show you in the future.
Come on. That was nothing. I don't know about that gameplay video. Okay, that's interesting. You know, I don't know. I know we need to give more heroes other than Batman, even though the game is called Batman. Other than Batman, a chance in the Batman world, and people have been longing for Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood. Oddly enough, is in this game too. I guess that's Jason Todd. My guess is that's probably Jason Todd from Batman Arkham Knight, as I'm reading the description. So yeah, it's interesting. I think Robin, it seems like, is going to be Damian Wayne, from the looks of it, which would be interesting if it was Damian Wayne, and the Court of Owls are in this. But that's one thing that sucks about Batman being dead, is he won't be able to fight the Court of Owls. And the Court of Owls are supposed to be ultra badass to where they could even beat up Batman. So, potentially. And, I don't know. It's interesting. I think, I don't know. I'm torn for sure. I'm more negative about it in my head right now than I am positive, because I don't want to see Batgirl and Robin and like little kid and all the sidekicks lead Batman. Not after 5 years of no Batman video game, particularly. And I just don't. I'm not ready. I'm not into it. Batman Beyond, I was kind of into with that idea, and maybe that's a positive about these new stars being the stars of a new Batman video game, and not just Batman. We can go with these guys being a star in the game. Maybe we could be a lot more interested into like a Batman Beyond in the future. I'm just sure curious to see what it looks like. Maybe I won't like that either, going into it, or when I see that game. But the first looks of these games, there's a lot of positives in it. I like how the franchise has evolved from being just in a mental hospital with Batman Arkham Asylum to just so gigantic here. It's all over. The game takes place all over Gotham, and it's a storm that could take out Gotham. It's the landscape, the stakes with this have grown big time, and it looks. And I also like how this game seems to be following up with the story.
Got a driver's license? Clean driving?
Seems to be following continuing on the story from the previous 4 games, and so that should be interesting too. Let me look, just to confirm that, let me look at the description from the trailer here. All right, from IGN. Watch the world premiere of Gotham Knights. Batman is dead. It is now up to the Batman family, Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham City, bring hope to its citizens, discipline to its cops, and fear to its criminals. You must evolve into the new Dark Knight and save Gotham from chaos. Your legacy begins now. Step into the night. It seems like it's more like you get to be a superhero with that description, and you get to be a superhero, and this little girl gets to be a superhero, and this little boy gets to be a superhero. You get to pick your own superhero colors. What else? Yeah, anybody can be a superhero. We could all be a team. Fuck you. That's not Batman. What the? Come on. That's not Batman. Batman he's the guy. And no one else can be the guy. No one else can go to his cave. You know, fuck off. It's Batman. But, I don't know. I just didn't like that attitude that the trailer seemed to carry. That vibe I got. I didn't like that. So, that's kind of my main problem with it. If I have to spit it out. And, so yeah, that's what I take of it. I'm really not a fan of that. I didn't like the little jokes that Batgirl and I believe Robin shared to each other either, or Nightwing, I should say. So didn't like that either. I didn't like I don't know. I'm being negative, being pretty negative. I think that's the video game community, though, right? You just want to. This is my first real criticism of video game in a video, so maybe I'm going to be a lot more nasty in the future. I'm just starting out, so a little hesitant. Maybe I will really rip to shreds some of this game as I play it. Let's see here. What else was there? I'm going to, go through this. As I go through the game here, Bruce Wayne, I guess you have to call it a Batman video game Batman, right? Just so people know what world it's in. Because even the word Gotham might not be enough to people. So in that sense, I get it. But I don't know. If you're going to call a Batman game Batman and not have a Batman in it, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Let's take a look here as I'm going through just the images from the trailer. So yeah, I think all the people in this game, it's gonna be, might be two Robins. I wonder if it's gonna be that. I wonder if Damian Wayne's gonna be the kid Robin. But there's who's the third? Is it Tim Drake? Yeah, Tim Drake, Jason Todd, and Dick Grayson are all gonna be in this, along with, oddly enough, a recovered Barbara Gordon, which is weird. So this will be interesting. I wonder who the villains are gonna be. Because if that's the case, if Gotham Knights is gonna be in the same universe as the last four games were for Batman, that means there's gonna be no Joker for sure. Joker might be heavily featured in like sendbacks or something, but that's it. So and that's probably a good thing. I think I've had enough with Joker for the last few games, and that's cool. He can stay away. Mr. Freeze, in the gameplay trailer, I didn't like how he looked like a giant. He looked pretty colorful, He looked like a giant robot. But I did like how there was the old voice actor apparently is back for him. That was pretty cool. I didn't like the gameplay trailer. I thought it didn't show nearly enough gameplay. I thought that was pretty weak, actually. And yeah, that's what I have to say really about it. The game looks big, and it looks interesting, and I'm curious to see how they're going to have the Court of Owls be in this game. A lot of questions weren't answered in terms of what I think Batman could have for its next video game in the last video I did before these came out. But, I didn't expect anything to happen in that regard for all those reveals. The only thing that was answered is that there doesn't seem to be a Batman Beyond vibe in this game, which was a low expectation, honestly. So it's not that big of a deal. Besides that, though, I am looking forward to the game, even though I'm sounding very negative. I'm going to buy it. I want to give it a chance. All the other Batman games have been fucking fantastic. So I will give this a chance and see what it has to offer. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment section, but I thought there was a lot of changes in terms of the developers for the Batman games just in the last few years. People left or anything like that. So because the look of this game from the demo and the trailer, it felt there was a new vibe to it, and it felt like a vibe that they were incorporating some new video games and their concepts, and they were dabbing those new concepts a little bit into the waters of the Batman universe here. So should be interesting. But beyond that, trailer was good, but wasn't what I was expecting, to say the least. And the gameplay trailer wasn't what I was expecting, but I'm going to give it more criticism because they didn't really give us much at the end of the day, when you think about it. So, yeah, they could have shown a little more in a game that seems to be very long. That's another question. How long is this game going to be? Because, they said 12. The creator just casually threw out 12 hours into just Barbara Gordon's development. I can't imagine the game's going to be that long, to where each of the four characters is going to have 12 hours of development. That'd be 4 days. No. That would be 2 days right there already. And so I don't see that happening. But who knows? This game could be a very long video game, and I would be down with that. I'm very down with video games that are very open world and very story based. I want those games to last forever, because the video games like that don't last a long time. So anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Leave a like and comment to this video, a video that I was very impressed by. that I was very into. Leave a like and comment. Post your comments down below. What did you think about it? I will talk more about this in the future. And until then, I will talk to you then. Catch you on the burn side. Later, guys. Peace.